Alrighty, hello Veggiepatchinperth peoples. Haven't done a face-to-face sort of video like this for a while, so thought I'd put my ugly mug on the on this video for a bit. Now I think winter veg in my patch has pretty much peaked now. Sorry to those people on my Facebook page. I know I haven't put many photos up, but I did of my first few broccoli and cauliflower, but you know, I thought, you know, the second one looks the same as the first one and the fourth one looks the same as the first one, so yeah, sorry about that. But I've got a fancy new camera now. Bought myself a, if anyone's into cameras, a Nikon D7000. Very nice camera, so hopefully I can get some nice high def shots and some bit artistic sort of photos going on, and I'll put them up on the Veggiepatchinperth Facebook page. Yeah, but today is the first day of August and it's a lovely day. There's a light breeze blowing, you can probably see, and it's probably, I don't know, low 20s. We've had heaps of rain the last couple of weeks, so that's really welcome for us people in Perth because our dams are really low. But yeah, I've noticed that the overnight temperatures where they were sitting really low a few weeks ago when it wasn't raining, about 2 or 3 degrees, now they're sort of jumped up and sitting around 10 for the overnight minimum. So thinking it's about time I start sort of ramping up all my seedlings and that now, because I don't really do that in winter, but I really have a good crack at it in the spring. So yeah, I think I'll be sort of really getting going with all my, mainly herbs and that sort of thing. And lettuce I still can't get, I'll show you that in a second, the patch, but I'm struggling to get my lettuce seedlings. I've saved some from the last batch that I'm letting go to seed, but yeah, normally I'll buy seedlings, but at the moment, as of yet, I still can't get them. So you'll probably notice the patch from now on for the next couple of videos will start getting pretty scarce. Then it'll ramp up again for spring. Anyway, I'll grab the camera and we'll go for a quick squiz. So, as I was saying about the lettuce bed, the Mizuna is really the only lettuce I've got to work with at the moment. The Mizuna and the Rocket. Rocket's gone absolutely crazy. You can see here I've kept one red lettuce, which I'm letting go to seed, so I will keep those. And this one is a green oak leaf, but it doesn't quite look like a green oak leaf. It looks more like a butter lettuce to me, and I'll see how that goes. But anyway, I've got a row here to plant, which I'm waiting for the seedlings to come out, and I've got a space for another row here. The blueberries, they're just starting to flower now. So if you remember last year, if you followed my videos, it was pretty disappointing in the blueberry sort of department, and I found out that's because the soil wasn't the right pH. So I've sort of been ramping that up now, giving them the extra minerals and vitamins that they need to produce. So hopefully this year I don't make the same mistake. This blueberry's got a really extreme stalk going on. Don't know what's going on there. The carrots have started harvesting them. I'm gonna have to have a freeze day, I think, a blanch and freeze day, because they're starting to get to that point where they're just a little bit too big. Well, not too big, but they're at the size that I want them now. I don't want them to get that big woody part in the middle, so I know I've pulled some out already and shown you, but there's one there. That's a pretty nice specimen, and that's about the size I want. There's my hand to give you an idea. I don't really want them getting too much bigger than that. Here's the Tuscan cabbage. Same deal with that. This is ready for a blanch and freeze. Now the cabbage moths are starting to come out now, I've noticed, just the last couple of days. So I have sprayed this, and there is a little bit of damage on a few leaves, but I've really got to be onto it now, or these will get decimated. They'll get completely riddled with holes. The green kale, been using that, but also you might remember probably a month ago. I hacked this right back and it's due for another hacking back, so I'll do another freeze of that, I think. This is the tatsoi. Now I've ripped out all the other tatsoi that was through here and just left this one. See, there's plenty of bees buzzing around here today with a nice warm day, but I've let this one go to flower. Not sure how this one works with the seeds, so I'm just waiting to see yeah, how it sort of works with this one. Now, interesting fact I found out through work. If anyone doesn't know, I work at Woolies, so it's pretty handy. I can sort of phone the growers and the buyers and pick their brains. I found out that tatsoi is an extremely close relation to Thai Gu Choy, which is an Asian veg. Now I didn't know that, so you not only can put tatsoi in salad, but you can also sort of cook it like a bok choy or a pak choy. So that's handy to know. I can save space in the patch by not planting bok choy and pak choy, just planting tatsoi, and sort of have a double use for it. So didn't know that before, so still, you know, still learning things, which is handy. Now over here, this was the second planting of garlic, which didn't work, so I'm first to admit my failures. This one was planted a bit late, so these didn't happen, so I'll empty these out and use these pots for something else. This is kale, another lot of kale. That's all sprung up. All my seedlings have sprung up, which I'm happy with. This is my, I don't know if you can see them, they're pretty small, my second lot of lemongrass. So this will be my batch for next year, if you know what I mean. I'll pot these up through the spring and summer, move them into pots, and then keep them for next year. This is basil. They've sprung up. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is parsley or coriander, but they've just come up in the last few days. This is dill, and this is the opposite to whatever the other one was. So this is either parsley or coriander. I'll know once the true leaves sort of start to poke through. This is all my other lot of seedlings, so some sage, and this is parsley that I grew from seed, marjoram, and in here I have planted out my potatoes now, although there's nothing to see. I've given it some potato fertilizer, and yeah, bought a bag of seed potatoes. Couldn't get the ones I wanted, which was royal blue, so I had to make do with ruby blue. I don't really like the Delaware, so that's just my personal opinion. Don't like Delaware potatoes, but you know, have a go at me if you guys do. What else? Coriander. That's really starting to take off now. Plenty of coriander, which is good to see. This is the dill, which my sister raided after she came back from up north. She caught a heap of fish, so she raided my dill to use for her fish. Now this one here is the chives. Now I don't know if you can see that. Now with my, you obviously can't smell it, but this is rotting. It's very slimy, very wet, and you can see there's bugs on all the leaves of the chives. So what I'm going to have to do here is what I did last time, just hack it right back to almost nothing, and it'll bounce back. So yeah, it's just too wet at the moment, and I mean this line here with the sun will slowly creep over the next few weeks, and then it'll be fine, but for the time being I think I'll just have to hack it back. There's parsley, which is really starting to come along now. These are my second lot of cauliflowers, and my second lot of broccoli over there, which is just starting to get a head on it. There we go. The onions are starting to take off now. They've been doing nothing for weeks and weeks and weeks, but just starting to thicken up now. No sign of an actual onion, of course, yet, but yeah, looking good. Beetroot. Now, I'll harvest a couple of these for you. Now, these ones, sorry, over here, these beetroot were planted before the ones on the other side here, but these ones get the direct sunlight, so obviously these ones have grown faster. So I'll pull one up for you. There we go. Now, that's about the size I want there. So I'll pull out a few more of them. I'll have them for dinner tonight. The Bok Choy, now you can see there's quite a few holes on these. They've been sprayed, so hopefully it'll fix that problem with the holes there. I sprayed them with pyrethrum. Yeah, they're just getting attacked a bit. Celery, there's a few missing, but still got about another 5 or 6 to use. We don't really use celery much, but my mum does and my sister does, so I've been palming a bit off to them over the last couple of weeks. Another broccoli there coming on. Now this bed's starting to thin right out. This is the one that had the broccoli and the cauliflower. You can see this one here, pretty interesting. You can see there was a big storm, this one blew over and it's corrected itself, but it had a lot of shade coming over here from the cauliflowers, so that's why this one's not really going to do much more than that there. An extremely small head of broccoli, not to worry. There's a cauliflower I picked last night, well, the stalk of it anyway, and I think I've still got 2 more to go. So sorry, I'll see if I can show you. There's a lovely cauliflower there, and there's another one here. So my household's pretty much sick of cauliflower and broccoli cheese now, but you know, it's served its purpose. This is the rainbow chard, which is starting to pick up now. It's getting a bit of sunlight across this side of the bed, which it hasn't had for a while. Radish, there's plenty of radish. Now this one I'm letting go. I just want to see how big it gets. It's getting pretty huge at the moment. We're not a big radish eating family, so I tend to palm these off too with kids. You know, my kids don't really like radish much. We eat it, but they don't. And this is carrots. They've started to pick up as well. And that is about it. I won't show you over the other side. There's not much going on there. It's still pretty slow going. Yes. And sorry this video took so long. Hopefully my next one won't take so long. And yeah, I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Have a good one. See ya.